When would you rather realize that the person you're dating isn't a good match for you? A month in or 2 years in? Almost anyone would pick the first choice. And if you're not one of those people, then this video probably isn't for you. What's up, you beautiful person? It's me, Tanvir Ahmed, your friendly neighborhood relationship coach, and today I'm bringing you 5 early signs of incompatible relationships for those of you who'd rather find out sooner than later. And the last sign is very underrated, so you'd want to stick around for that one. Okay, let's get started. The first early sign of an incompatible relationship is you have different visions for your future. Don't be afraid to ask about someone's life goals early on in dating. For example, if you know without a doubt that marriage and kids are something that you want, why isn't that something that you ask on the first few dates? There's a difference between asking someone if they want kids with you or if they just want kids in general. Don't shy away from asking these kinds of questions just because you're worried it'll scare someone off. Because having different ideas of what they want for the future is usually why many long-term relationships end. They either don't want to face reality or they hope their partner will change their mind. And when they don't, they're both left feeling like they shouldn't have ignored that incompatibility in the first place. And I just don't want that for you, so please just don't be one of them. The second early sign of an incompatible relationship is one of you is anxiously attached while the other one is avoidantly attached. What do I mean? Now, this can probably be a whole video in and of itself, but I'll keep it short here. We each have an attachment style which basically determines the way we experience intimacy as an adult. Determining someone's attachment style could be a great tool to have for your dating life. But first, it's important to understand your own. If your style is anxious or avoidant, then you'll want to steer clear of falling into the anxious avoidant trap. Essentially, people with an anxious attachment rarely work out with someone with an avoidant attachment. An anxious person desperately desires closeness, whereas an avoidant person does everything to bypass intimacy in a relationship. Before you know it, you're in a game of cat and mouse, and it's far from a fun sort of game. The third early sign of an incompatible relationship is there is an intense spark at the beginning. Now you may be thinking, why is a spark a bad thing? Isn't that something that I'm looking for? And to that, I say, for the most part, no. You see, the intense spark that people feel when meeting someone new is sometimes because they feel insecure or scared or anxious. An instant connection isn't a good indicator of compatibility because it is sometimes a sign of other, often unhealthy things. Fireworks with someone straight off the bat could also be a sign of how narcissistic a person is, or whether the person is simply a player. Just because a person gives you butterflies doesn't mean that they'll take care of you when you're sick or communicate well with you. The fourth sign of an early incompatibility is there's no respect for your differences. If a person makes you feel bad for being different from them, they don't respect you. While you may feel okay with giving up a passion of yours, or maybe you don't mind their rude words, it'll start to chip away at you over time. And at the end of the day, respect is a key component to any lasting relationship. The fifth and the most underrated early sign of an incompatible relationship is your sense of humor isn't the same. This is by far the last thing you'll think about when you're talking about incompatibility. But after hearing all of the previous signs, it should start to make sense in your mind. Humor is one of the most underrated aspects of any relationship that I believe should be valued more. After all, everyone loves a good laugh, and you want to share that joy with the person you're in a relationship with. If you find their jokes crude, or you flat out don't find them funny, can you really see yourself spending so much time with them? If you can, then go for it. If you can't, then don't. My job was just to tell you about it. And remember, if you want to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, all you have to do is send me an email here. And those are the 5 early signs of an incompatible relationship. And I'll see you in the next one.